Hey everyone, Tony here at the Bike Lab with Dustin. We have his name badge on. He's Dustin the mechanic.
Yes.
But you also love vintage bikes.
I do.
So how many vintage bikes do you have?
I don't know, 4, 5.
4 or 5?
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
The Tomasini is actually, just because of the color scheme. Steel frame. Doesn't have vintage parts, but it's a vintage frame.
Vintage frame.
Right.
Nice.
So.
Well, you came up with an idea that's happening this Saturday. And I just wanted to do a quick video for our newsletter and everything else for people to kind of have an idea of what it is and how much fun it's going to be. And it's a vintage bike ride. So what classifies as vintage?
And just based on what I read, vintage is the 19th century. So anything prior
to 2000.
2000,
Yeah.
right? So 1999, 95s, you know, 1980s, whatever.
Well, and that's the same, I think, too, with the motorcycle community, is vintage is considered anything 25 years
Right.
or older, which makes it real easy right now to know because that's anything that starts with a 19, right? So me and you are vintage as well.
That's correct. And then there's like classic. I think classic is
Classic is even older than that.
Right.
Yeah. So is it 7 o'clock this Saturday?
7 o'clock. I'll be here around 6:30 for anybody that needs to come in and take care of restroom breaks or
whatever.
anything like that.
But basically, it's a vintage bike ride, and Tulsa Tough and some other groups have had events like this. It's known around the world lots of different ways, but really it's just a vintage bike ride where we get together on our bikes, and not just the ones we look at, but the ones that are rideable.
Right.
And we do a road. It's going to be around a 35-mile route, average around 16 miles an hour. So it should be approachable to any kind of enthusiast or rider that's out there. Maybe a little slower for some, a little faster for some. Going to stop at a coffee shop halfway through or so?
That's correct. For a quick coffee stop, just so we can be back.
Which
to the
one?
shop.
Which one are you going to stop at?
One that's going to be the fastest to serve is probably going to be Clarity.
Clarity Coffee off of Maine. I love Clarity. They're good. That's a common stop for us on our rides. So if you want to be a part, it's free to join. You just need to be here for the ride. If you do the ride, though, we're actually going to set up a space here in the shop to display those vintage bikes all day Saturday. Again, this is Saturday, October 26th. So do the ride, and then when you're done, we're going to display your bike here in the shop, have you fill out a little note card with kind of the model, year, components, build on your bike, and have that displayed on the bikes for the rest of Saturday. And we're going to have donuts and some coffee here when everybody gets back. So just having fun with a vintage bike ride. So if you have a vintage bike and you want to jump on this road ride, it's going to be around a 35-mile route. Start at 7 a.m. on Saturday, the 26th of October. Stop at Clarity for some mid-ride refreshment, and then roll back up through the city here to the Bike Lab. And then we'll set those bikes up and display them. If you don't want to do the ride, but you just want to come check out some pretty cool vintage bikes, it's also a reason to come by the Bike Lab this Saturday and see what's cooking.
I will note that also, I didn't want to limit to only vintage bikes, because those who don't have one, but they love them.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe they want to just look at them, you know, just like if you went to a classic car show.
So if someone wants to do the vintage ride without a vintage bike, they can.
That's right.
But it's going to be a 16-mile-an-hour average, around 35 miles, starting at 7 o'clock this coming Saturday.
Correct.
Cool. All right, well, we hope to see you there. If nothing else, come by and check out the really cool bikes we'll have here, and we will see you then.